I'm not becoming Madonna. Like,
I am. Well,
some people want diamond rings.
I got accepted into all 6 of them, and then I was like, we gotta
go. 6 of them.
We gotta go now.
Yeah. Step by step.
So there's actually this song that I wrote called Fun House, and that was inspired by a nightmare that I had where, I was...
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today in another episode of Dreams Come True. I'm Camila, I'm the host, and you know what this is about, but this time is different because I'm speaking in English. And that means that my invite today, my guest, she speaks English as well. So please, let's give her the welcome to a singer, songwriter, producer, and musician. Her name is Koda Corvette. Woo! Yes. Hi, Koda. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me. Well, thank you for coming, first of all. And I would like you to start this interview just like introducing yourself with 3 simple words that like define you as an artist and like defines you as a person as well, not only as an artist.
Artistic, go-getter, fierce.
I like it. I like the go-getter because I've been reading, like, you know, your bio and also, like, investigating you a little bit about you and also the things that we talk on the phone. And I know that, like, you definitely are a go-getter.
Yeah.
Like, you started from so little, like, this industry, the music. Is there a moment in your life when you were a kid that you were like, you know what, I want to be a singer?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, I grew up watching, like, different concert movies and listening to the songs of, like, Michael Jackson and Madonna and Lady Gaga and, like, all of these amazing performers. And then just seeing them perform on these, like, concert movies and on TV, like, I knew that that is kind of, like, the world that I wanted to create within my music and my art and, like, perform like that.
You said that you started from very little.
Yeah.
And you take lessons, right?
Yes, I started in classical piano when I was 5 years old. So
5 years old?
Yes.
You started like piano lessons, singing lessons? Like you told your parents, like, I want to start being a singer right away? Or?
No. So I was just like singing along to different things that were playing on the radio, and I was like playing around on the keyboard, and I started like playing by ear and kind of just writing these little songs and stuff like that. And my mom really wanted me to have that kind of classical training or that like foundation. So she had really pushed me into like classical piano when I was, I didn't quite have the attention span for that as like a little kid, but I'm super, super grateful for it now. And then also my older brother, he played, he plays trumpet, he played trumpet, classical, and jazz. So he was in a couple different like orchestras and local bands in Portland. And then I started singing with his like the jazz bands and the orchestras that he was in because I just wanted to sing everywhere that I could.
Oh, that's nice. But like, you started singing with your brother when you were a kid?
Yeah. I was also singing with the jazz bands that he was in. Like 9-10 years old, they had me learning like all of these jazz standards, and that's where I got a lot of that like
you had it.
Basis.
You had it basically in your blood, and your parents saw that, and they were like, she's gonna get it.
Yeah.
And you know, like now that you mentioned that you have the training and you have the aspiration, you were like, you knew what you wanted since you were a kid. So how that affected you when you were growing up? Because when someone wants something and is very specific as an artistic career, right? And more as a singer, maybe you have to sacrifice some things, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you have to sacrifice something in special, like maybe relationships, friendships, like going out and stuff like that to stay like playing?
Yes, absolutely. Like there's lots of different like risks that kind of come along with then moving to Los Angeles and then like focusing on a career in entertainment, lots of different characters that you meet, lots of different like scams that you fall into. So yeah, I've definitely encountered a lot of them, but also kind of like putting your focus into your dreams and then needing to spend like less time outside, less time with friends. Like I even remember that I was like learning Pro Tools from such a young age and spending like all day, all night just producing and trying to figure this stuff out and trying to figure out how like I could bring the vision and what I heard in my head to life and just kind of like bringing that to the finish line so that I could release more songs and create more things and have more things to show.
Wow. And how old were you when you having like all this like sacrifices that you were like, oh, I'm writing this song? Like you started from a very early age. Like Yes?
Yeah, so I started writing songs around like age 9, and then I started producing with Pro Tools at about 12 years old, because that's when my dad brought home like a Pro Tools software that I could start exploring on, and I used YouTube University to learn a lot of what I know, and just kind of like that experimentation day and night. So I would say around that age.
Since
and then
8.
yeah, like
Wow.
9, 10, and then also as I was writing these songs and I was like producing them up, even the demos and stuff like that, I knew that I wanted to move to Los Angeles because that's where a lot of like the pop music scene was too,
course,
and
yes.
just the entertainment industry. So yeah, I mean, there, I was like, how do I get to Los Angeles? How do I convince my parents, you know? And I was talking with them a little bit about it, and they were saying like one of the only solid reasons that we might be able to like relocate to LA or find like different jobs out there is if you like got into a prestigious like performing arts high school, or there's just something like more solid over there that a program that you're a part of that we could then start finding jobs. And then I did the audition process for 6 of the top performing arts high schools out here in LA, and then I did the full audition process, and it was crazy, and I got accepted into all 6 of them, and then I was like, we gotta go.
6 of them.
We gotta go now.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
that was definitely a sign. Like you
I
have
worked
a
really
gift.
hard for that, and I was like, I want to go to LA. Like this is where I want to start. Like really, you know, performing and going and meeting all these people. And
When did you start playing in the streets?
well, actually, like I was doing that back in Portland as well. So like as a kid, I was like busking in streets, and then at like local farmers markets. I remember the Bite, Oregon, like these different radio festivals and stuff like that. Anywhere that I could play in Portland.
Did your parents go with you?
Yeah, they would normally like go with me to different performances out there. And then when I moved to LA, I was like busking in 3rd Street Promenade and just different like areas as well. And then I really wanted to go like perform. That's right when I moved here. I was like, okay, I just gotta be performing. I gotta be like sharing my music with like different people that I meet on LinkedIn. I gotta, you know,
Yeah. By that moment, you already like, by the moment that you moved to LA, that you were a teenager, you already like have like some of your songs produced by you.
Yes, I got them together in like in an EPK package, and then I was just, I really did not know how to like bring them to industry people and stuff like that. I would even put them in like little packages and try to, you know, go over to like record labels and stuff like that and drop them off, and that's not the way to do it anymore. But I met a lot of people through like reaching out to them, like cold messaging on LinkedIn or cold emailing, and then that's how I started networking that way.
Nice. Did any of like that technique work with anybody?
Yes, yeah. That's how I met a ton of people, and that's how I started kind of like establishing those relationships, even just going and meeting with them. And then my dad would sometimes like come along to the meetings just to be safe.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
yes.
I was
You have
like
to. You never know in
complete
this industry.
strangers.
Yes.
Yeah. I've had some good experiences and then also some bad experiences, but that's part of the journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you tell us like a bad experience, so like people don't make the same mistake if they're entering in this industry?
Oh my goodness, it was mainly like with different producers that I would meet up with that were just running some scams.
Oof.
So yeah, and then
Tough.
other like experiences of just being a young girl in the music industry.
Yeah.
And then like working with lots of adults and like male producers, male engineers, and
Yeah.
that sort of thing. And then so that really inspired me to then, you know, eventually be fully producing and fully writing for myself and for other artists, and then to create safe spaces for other female artists and women in music and audio.
Going back to you playing on the street, I know a lot of like singers or people that aspire to be a singer.
Yeah.
That they don't want to play in the street because they feel like kind of like ashamed, you know, and like they say like, no, I'm not like for that. Like, they just want to play maybe in restaurants, or maybe like they just want to like jump and perform right away, you know,
Yeah.
like looking at other way to perform and to be a singer. Do you think that like they can get there without like going in the hard or maybe like the long path like you did?
Well, I think it like really pays off in the long run, like all the hard work and all of those different types of gigs that you do. because then like you just gain that much more experience. So then also like getting people's attention through like street performances and busking, or when I would do jobs as like a singing pianist at different restaurants and weddings and events like all around town. Like it's kind of, there's different performance techniques and different ways to like interact with audiences at different places. So there's just like so much really valuable experience that comes with it, and comes from like doing even those as side gigs and side hustles.
Yeah. Everything sounds so like everything came along like the way that you were planning. Like, did you plan it like this? Did you like have it like written down? Like, I'm gonna do this, like kind of like manifestation, or
Yeah. Well, I mean, I definitely had like different goals that I had written out, and then there's lots of things that didn't work out either. But also, it's just like it comes with time. So I definitely had like gained more really cool experiences, and then like reached different opportunities or different like new levels, unlocked new levels just by the people that I met even like 5 years ago or 7 years prior and that sort of stuff. So that all comes with time and like building your network and building, you know, the relationships with all the people that you meet out here. And I think that is really that's really beautiful and very valuable.
So when you finished high school, like did you already have like could you already like make this as a living, like the singer, or did you have to get other jobs?
Yes. So I still do like many different side hustles. Yes. So I actually transferred to online homeschooling like about 3 months into my freshman year. So I was not really interested into going into like a public school during the days and stuff like that, because I wanted to be performing and I wanted to like put all my focus into my career and being an artist. So I switched into online homeschooling, and then I was able to do like high school at night or like at midnight or super late into the night. And then during the day, I would go on like a school tour and a mall tour across California that I put together by cold emailing, and then by like meeting other people to then try to get those gig opportunities. And then I was just performing, and then that basically that snowballed into doing like other gigs, like opening up for Becky G and Tori Kelly, and then just like reaching out to these different these different venues and these different promoters and stuff like that.
How old were you when you got the Becky and the Tori Kelly?
The first performance that I did for Becky, opening up for Becky, was 15.
15? You were 15?
Yes, and I was reaching out to the venue, like the event promoter, for like a year or two prior to that. Wow. And I was just like sending updated videos of like all these different schools and malls that I would go and perform at. And I did tons and tons of like free performances and stuff like that. It's just as much like content that I could get together, as much that I could build up my EPK. That's just how it kept on progressing.
How was the experience with Becky G?
That was amazing.
Like you went on tour with her?
No, so actually that was at a festival for 99.1 KGGI. And then that was so cool. Like everybody that I met through that radio team, I still kept in touch with over the years. And I recently just performed at another festival with them like this past summer. So it's really cool. Like, and also seeing everybody grow over the years. And so that's originally where I had opened up for her and met her. That was in Redlands.
You say you're a songwriter as well, right?
Yeah.
You write songs since you were a kid. And like now that you grew, maybe you have more experiences. Did you have, like, which are the best songs that you wrote? Like, what are they about? Because most, like, everybody knows that, like, the best songs are about love, like, heartbroken. Those are, like, the most popular, kind of like Olivia Rodrigo, you know?
True.
Like, she became so popular with that album talking about her ex and how sad she is and all the bad things that he did. So, did you have, like, a similar experience, or you have another theme, maybe another vibe?
So there's actually this song that I wrote called Fun House, and that was inspired by a nightmare that I had where, I was stuck in this fun house, like with distorted mirrors and stuff like that, and it was at the Enchanted Forest in Portland, which is like this amusement park based on storybook fairy tales, and it's on the side of a highway, and it's like in this forest, the Enchanted Forest, and I would go there like every year for my birthday with my family growing up. And then the nightmare, I was like stuck in that fun house. Yeah, and I was actually going through like a tricky kind of situationship at that time. So then when I had that nightmare, like I actually woke up in the middle of the night and I recorded the chorus into an audio note on my phone. And then, like, the other parts of the song just came to me. And then over the next couple days, I was just trying to map out the song and, like, figure it out and arrange it together with the different parts of the song because I knew that it was going to be a little bit more of, like, a whimsical song. And then I decided to relate, like, that nightmare to, like, the way, kind of, like, to modern dating in a way. Because I saw, like, half humans, half clowns, like half creatures, that sort of thing in the nightmare, like looking at themselves in the mirrors, and it was just very sad. Yeah, so I just decided to like relate that in a way to like the modern dating culture and the things that I was like feeling within that relationship. So I do like to relate the bigger things with like the more dramatic things to then like my real life experiences, but just through lyricism.
So in the moment that you wrote that song, you had that nightmare while you were like going through a relationship. Yeah. So you related the nightmare with your relationship. Yeah. And the mention that is sad.
Exactly. Because like I just felt that the person, it was like
Did you go out? Like, did you break up?
It was actually like a situationship talking stage thing, and it was like it was so lame too because, and then I also felt that like this person was using the same lines on everybody or was telling the same kind of like lies to so many other people or like entertaining other people in that way. And it's kind of the same thing that I was seeing within like the casual dating culture. So I was like,
the casual dating culture, not your dating life.
Both in that situationship and then in the casual dating culture that I was seeing around me and like what other friends were going through too. So I was like, okay, so I can relate like this visual and the fun house and like people feeling like they're being like played as clowns or like fools or that sort of thing.
That's interesting.
And then like looking at, what personal things about themselves that they don't like, or just kind of like judging themselves or like going deeper into their own insecurities in that way, but then just one person is playing all of those different fools essentially. So then I kind of tied that together.
I need to hear that song. It's already produced, already went out, like
so I'm actually producing it up, but I first started writing it in like 2018. So
2018. Like long time ago.
Yeah, so like some of these songs, like I finished them over a couple years. Some of these songs, like I finished them in like a week, and then I put them out a couple months after.
Did you make an album?
I haven't put together an album yet.
Not yet?
I'm rolling out singles for an EP release.
Oh, sounds nice.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like I actually dream a lot. Like I'm a dreamy person.
Do you like analyze your dreams?
Oh yes. Like I wake up and I go to Google. I'm like, what is this dream about?
Yeah.
Because it's your subconscious telling you something. And like the less that it makes sense, then the more they make sense.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense in your dream, like this clown or this house. And then when you Google what it means or what it's about, and you're like, oh my God, I'm feeling that, Yeah. So like whenever I have a dream, I want to send you all of my dreams so you can make a song.
And then I'll I could write songs about them, or I could journal. I love to journal things. And then also, I do remember too, like when I woke up from that dream, at the same time that I was like recording the audio notes, I was able to sketch out like some different parts of that dream that I was like, okay, this would be really cool for a music video, and like these different shots of a music video too. So I always think of like the visual or the music video or the movie scene as I'm writing the song, and I think that makes it like a more like a bigger experience for me.
All this experience that you've been like growing since you were a kid, like you sound so positive. Like everything, like basically in your mind, you knew like I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna make it happen. There was never a moment in your life that you're like, okay, this is harder than I thought. I'm now becoming Madonna. Like
I am. Well,
no. I'm saying like you have never had like a negative thought about like this career as an artist.
Many negative thoughts, but like it's not. It was never to a point, or like it's never been a thing of like, okay, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah. What is the thing that makes you like, okay, I'm not going to stop? What, like, is a word that you think? Is there something that you do? Maybe like, you go take a break, you exercise. What do you do to like keep going and like stay positive?
Yeah, music has always been my creative and emotional outlet. So like, I just knew that it's in my blood, it's in my hands. It's the kind of like a superpower that I feel like I have. That's how I know like that I'm not going to give up at this, because it's just something that I do. Yeah, like, this is what I do.
And is the like, for example, have you ever thought about like the money, the fame? What do you feel about that?
Yeah, I have big dreams, and I want to sell out like stadiums all around the world, and I want to do like really big like artistic visions and things very similar to like the legends that inspired me, and like Lady Gaga and Queen and all these sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm going for the big leagues.
Do you know any singers from Argentina? Because they're popular, but I don't know, maybe if you know them.
Oh my goodness. I don't.
What do you know somebody famous from Argentina? Any name. It doesn't have to be an artist. Nothing? Maybe a soccer player?
No, I don't
Messi.
follow up on Messi. Okay. So I know Messi, but I didn't know that he was from Argentina. That's the thing.
What? Oh my God.
I didn't look into
I like
that.
you. So you're going to perform next week in the recording club, right?
On Thursday.
Are you excited about that? How do you
really
feel that
excited.
like this jam, the recording jam that like Alan is gathering and like organizing with a lot of musicians? That is a very creative space, because what they do is like they improvise, like there are like a lot of musicians playing at the same time, but it's also a place for songwriters and singers. How does make you feel? Like how does make you like? What does it represent for you?
I think that's like really amazing as well, and I feel like it's kind of like building a new community as well. And then also it helps artists so much in that it like connects the artists with the musicians, and then a full band is like bringing their original music to life. And then also like the amazing videos and the studio, like I'm just so happy to be a part of it. And yeah, I think like the jam aspect to it too, that's something that feels like very familiar to me, very like at home to me, because like I've been jamming and in that jamming space, and also in like the jazz bass space, funk, all these different like genres. I have been like singing in jams from a very young age.
Oh, that's nice. So you're already like a pro. You're ready for next week.
Yeah,
Can we have maybe a little spoiler alert of like what you're gonna sing next week?
I'm gonna sing one of my original songs, Pompeii, and yeah, that's gonna be a really fun one.
Only one?
No, I'm gonna be singing another original, I believe, "Don't," which is another single that comes out very soon, I believe. Yeah, close to summer. So,
nice. All right. And I also know that you play instruments. You play piano. Mm-hmm. I'm learning piano, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like I'm very like bad right now. So, what other instruments do you play?
So I play piano, and then also I play a little bit of bass. I play a bit of guitar too, but a lot of the instruments that I utilize within my production, stuff like that, is just through MIDI keyboard, and then I like sound design and bring those all to where I hear them in my head.
So all the songs that you do, you produce them yourself? You don't want to like maybe go to another producer? Like, no.
Oh, I do collaborations with other producers too, but like I've always kind of been at the forefront of it, like with, oh, this is what I hear in my head, or this is the direction that I have for it. Or sometimes I've done collaborations with other producers or songwriters in which we start from scratch and then we create something together. So I love collaboration, and it's been like such a blessing to collaborate with so many different talented people in LA. But a lot of songs I have just fully produced and written by myself.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good for you. You don't have to spend any money in another process you're doing.
Well, also with like collecting the gear and all that sort of stuff, that's an investment over time. Totally.
Yeah, no, of course, yeah. Like that might be like the equipment might be so expensive, but the good thing that you use the equipment to invest in yourself and also invest in a studio, because you have I heard that you had like a female producing studio?
A recording studio.
A recording studio.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
So I opened it up last June, and it originally started built out of a separate garage. So me and my dad, we had like worked together to like do different acoustic DIY projects to create the acoustic treatment for inside and kind of like transform the space. And then, the mission for the business was to create a safe space for women in music and audio, and that's something that I stand by. And then I do like lots of production projects for other artists, or songwriting for other artists, or for myself, or for film and TV, production library projects, all of that. So I kind of run a business there.
That's great. Yeah. So you're very busy. You're a very busy woman.
Yeah.
Well, and is there anything else? Like, is there any message that you have for like singers or people that want to be a singer that are watching you and they think that like this is too hard, you know? Maybe they didn't start as young as you and they want to and they're afraid. What would you tell the people that like have fear?
I would basically say to just keep going and keep on putting things out and keep showing yourself, because the more that you show yourself, the more people that you meet, the more like impact that you make in that, and then the more opportunities you create for yourself in the future. So it's about creating your own opportunities in a way and not waiting for them to just kind of appear or show up.
That sounds quite right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Koda Corvette. I love your name, by the way. It sounds so badass. It sounds like you're Fast and Furious, you know? I was gonna say, there is any. Oh, you know what? Why don't we talk about your next shows, where you're gonna perform, like your social media, everything. I want to put this camera so you can say everything, like basically promote yourself. Okay.
Okay. Awesome.
Right,
so what's up? My name is Koda Corvette. My social medias are at Koda Corvette, KODA CORVETTE. And then I'm posting lots of new music, production breakdowns, announcements coming out from like Empress Studios LA. That's the studio that I run. And it's in Valley Village. And I have some shows coming up around LA that I'm still putting together, but I'll let you know. Stay tuned.
All right. And you know what? I'm going to be super annoying and I'm going to ask you to, like, if you could like sing me a little bit of like anything that you want. It doesn't have to be one of your original songs. It can be like a cover. It can be anything. But like, I want people to hear your beautiful voice so they can go ahead and click on your Spotify.
Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm wondering if I should sing part of a original or part of a cover. I think I'll do like a short Alicia Keys cover.
Alicia Keys?
Yeah.
I love Alicia Keys. Yes. Okay. And whenever you are ready.
Okay. Some people think that the physical things define what's within, but I've been there before. That life's a bore so full of the superficial. But some people want it all, some just want nothing at all. If it ain't you, baby, I ain't got you, baby. Well, some people want diamond rings, some just want everything, but everything means nothing if I ain't got you.
Oh my God. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I love it. I love when people sing songs that I want to sing, but I can't.
You should learn to play that one on the piano. Like
What?
that could be your first goal of like the next song to learn on the piano.
I will.
Yeah.
I have a few. I will.
Okay.
It's little step by step, you know?
Yeah.
Step by step.
Baby. Exactly.
Thank you so much for staying till the end of the video. I have a blast interviewing this beauty right here. I'm Camila, the host. If you don't follow me yet, what are you doing? And why don't you subscribe and give touch that freaking bell and share this to every singer that you know, every person that like aspires, need a little motivation. We are here for you, and you can ask her anything. Go check her bio, check her Spotify. My Instagram is Camila Rule. I'm gonna leave it right here, and she's gonna tell you everything where she's gonna be.
Yes, I'm Koda Corvette, and my Instagram is at Koda Corvette, KODA CORVETTE. And I'm going to be releasing more singles, rolling out to an EP. So I'm super excited for that. I have some shows coming up, so stay tuned at my social medias. I'll see you there.
All right, thank you so much, and see you in the next chapter. Okay, bye-bye.